Hey fellow gamers, Chatty Sisa here. So welcome to the second live stream that I'm having on my channel. The first one was in August. I am doing these streams on a monthly basis. So I hope you are going to enjoy the content today. I am not playing a game, at least not for now. Just a sec. Back, I forgot to turn off the phone. Apologies for that, happens. Okay, so I am doing these streams on a monthly basis, as I said. I did the first one in August. This is just the second. I am not streaming games normally because I am currently at this point not really having the necessary bitrate to be streaming games, at least for now, but who knows, I might try it a little bit later. And also, I have changed the settings here to 30 FPS. So just in case you are wondering about the frame rate, and just so you know, I do have the live chat window here on the side. So in case you are writing some notification, some message or something, I'm going to see it here. And I would love to see some of your inputs, or if you want to ask me any questions, I'm happy to reply to those here on the live stream. And for those questions maybe that require some more in-depth response or some research, I will probably go back to those either in the next stream or in one of my vids that will follow. I thought about, because I do have a lot of new people who have joined this channel, to introduce myself again a little bit. I do have some introduction vid on the channel, but it's awful. I will not lie. It was the first vid that I have made, and the editing isn't so great, and I wasn't really used to the camera at that point, so it's not really the best. So yeah, let me maybe just reintroduce myself a little bit, because there are, like I said, a lot of new people. My real name is Sylvia. That's why the name of this channel, Sisa, because that's a common nickname for Sylvia here in Slovakia. And Chatty, yes, because I talk a lot, as you probably already know when you've subscribed to my channel and have seen some of my vids. So that's like a small intro. I have celebrated my 50th this June, end of June. I can't believe I am already so old, yeah. And I've started gaming in my early 30s. I didn't really have the time or, the will to do that before. And when I started gaming, I started with RPGs because I liked the fact that you have this kind of story that you can like follow your main character through. And I've come to love like RPGs where you can customize a character, but one of the most beloved that I have is The Witcher, where basically you have a preset character because it's Geralt. And in that sense, I appreciate the true how the CDPR team stayed true to the canon and to the lore. I'm not sure if it would make sense if you would get something else than Geralt in the games. And I really love this game, so I love all the three of the Witcher games. And that's basically where I started also together with the Mass Effect games. Actually, Mass Effect 2 was my first one, so I didn't really want to play the first one. I started to play the second one when it came out, and then I went back to the first one because I wanted to transfer my decisions to the Mass Effect 2. So that's like the two main categories which I am interested in: RPGs, so it's fantasy and it's sci-fi. But aside from that, I am also playing some other games. I don't know, some point-and-click games. Actually, I really like them, mainly if it's like a crime detective story, mystery, something like that. So it's really interesting. And what I like on it is that you need to like solve certain puzzles. It's kind of helping you with some problem solving and with some logical thinking. So that's also a type of games which I appreciate a lot. So there's various games which I'm playing, and I'm also trying to do a review for some of these mainly older games that I'm playing. I have a couple of those already on my channel. So I'm pretty sure if you have checked it out that you have already seen them. I'm planning to do some as well still this year, but I will be honest, Mass Effect Andromeda took more time than I ever expected. I'm still playing it since like January or something, so it's a lot. And surprisingly a lot. Not that I would complain normally about like too much content in a game, but this one is really a lot. So yeah, I would like to do some more reviews. These take a lot of time. They actually take me like between 20 and 30 hours from like the script writing over the recording and, you know, editing and putting everything together. So I do spend a lot of time with those, and they take a lot of time to let's say produce. I don't know how else to put it. So it's slow going with those, and especially if aside from like the gameplay that I'm posting on my channel, I'm also like trying to catch up with the newest things that are ongoing in the world of gaming. Like you have seen the Veilguard vids in lately they have posted, or some news if there are any bigger news in gaming. So I do have some other like stuff that I'm also spending time on in terms of this YouTube channel. And I do have a lot of, let's say, responsibilities in my real life too, so it's not always easy to find enough time. So I would love to go back to the reviews as soon as I can. But in case you are waiting for one, just please be a little bit more patient. It's really something that's a little bit more time consuming. Just one small additional information now, aside from the gaming topic. We do have a couple of pets. You probably already noticed in some of my previous vids. And we tried to like lock them out of this room when I'm recording. It didn't work. So it's dogs and cats, 2 dogs and 2 cats, to be honest. So yeah, they try to get in whenever I'm closed in here, so I have to keep the door behind me a little bit ajar. That also means I cannot guarantee that some of them will not suddenly start having zoomies. And in this case, you will hear something like galloping horses, which usually is just 2 small cats, actually. But they do make a lot of noise when they get zoomies. So yeah, so much for that one. In case you have like questions, like in terms of what I've just said, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm also available, and you probably spotted in this corner. I never know which corner it is. I am also on Twitter, currently X, on Reddit, on Facebook. So I am on a couple of other social networks as well. I think Twitter is like the second most used by me, and you can catch up with me over there if you like to. The usage why I'm doing it mainly is because I would like to get my channel out. I would like to like make more promo for my vids, but then there are a few things which are very interesting, which I'm usually catching, and that's basically one of the topics of this stream. It's some indie games. I will talk about them at the end, but in case you are interested, please stay tuned here in this stream. So it was actually Twitter where I have seen a couple of very interesting games coming up from indie developers, and because usually those people are working completely alone or just in very, very small teams, and they are not really funded that well because those are not big studios, I'm usually trying to support them whenever I see a game that's really looking great. So there is one which is already out, and there are two which I'm looking forward to, so I'm going to introduce those a little bit at the end. But we do have, aside from those indie games, two main topics for this stream. One is the Dragon Age The Veilguard, and one is Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. Let me probably start with that Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. So I'm not sure if you have seen the posts which were there now currently when the bits have dropped with the remastered trailer. And people have noticed some differences, me as well. So let me just... I have something prepared, so let me just switch the screen, and we can review the trailer, the new trailer for the remaster game, and then also some of the differences, compare some of the differences between that bit and that trailer and the old ones, which are for the original game. So let me just quickly go and find it, and let me change in OBS. Okay, I hope you can see my desktop. I will also play it with sound. I just have to put on my headset, so apologies. And let me make this full screen.
You hunt these wild.
Peggy 16.
And this is for the remaster. And I hope it's not too loud, actually.
Let me tell you what's out there. Vast reaches of wilderness. Untamed. Majestic. But lethal.
Ah, the memories.
It belongs to them. The machines. When they told me to raise you, I didn't ask questions. Always you pushed for answers. Push yourself to the edge. If you hunt these wilds,
I like
no matter how
this
skilled
additional
you are,
content.
no matter how clever, you will become the hunted.
There's a threat to us all. Men in masks, raising up ancient machines.
Yeah, let me decrease the sound.
Their leader.
Kill her!
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
We need answers. For enduring.
You can use explosions.
He always does.
Ah, you are a wonder!
Yeah, that was a good quest.
What is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
I have to say I like the trailer.
There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And it's nice that we can see like not just the original trailer, but some additional also some additional scenes. Let me put it that way. The differences mainly which I have noticed are like in the I don't know if I can put it this way, like greenery. Let me just move it. If I remember correctly, then for example this statue wasn't like so overgrown, and in general some of the some of the portions of the area are like more overgrown than in the original game. So I like that they added this. What I have noticed as well on the trailer, if you look at the faces, so it's not just that Aloy is a little bit changed, but if you look at Rost as well, his beard is like more, I think it's more dark, and I am not sure if I am fond of the texture, because I think in the original or the older trailers or in the original game that wasn't so remastered, the textures, I think they were a little bit better. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think. But I believe that the details and the textures were like better in the original games. Let me quickly switch to one of the old trailers. So this is the launch trailer from 7 years ago. Let me add some volume, but not that much probably as we had before. And let me play the trailer. Yeah, that one was for the DLC. I will, by the way, link everything, of course, at the in the recording of the live stream, you know, and in the description. So you're going to have to go to the description then if you want to look at the trailers without me talking and without me being in the picture. And I'm not sure if I'm not going to skip a little bit to have a look at Aloy. Yeah. That's just fighting scenes, but I was hoping to catch her. Maybe here. Not necessarily. Okay, good. Probably not the best trailer to pick. Let me have a look at some other one. I have some different one here as well. Yeah, I think.
Life you've been searching.
Yeah, this one is with
And
the
the elders,
original
they've been
textures.
holding you back.
The girl is a curse. She came from nowhere. She is no one.
When they told me to raise you, I didn't
And
ask
here you can
questions.
see Rost. I think, and also Aloy. I think in game they are slightly different, but very close to how they've been depicted in game, in the final game then. And it is a difference when you compare it now to the remaster. So I think the colors are like more dark,
Here in the valley,
more intense.
be outcasts.
Yeah, see, his beard is like more gray, and I think when you look at the textures on the face, they are like more detailed. But that's just like my perception. I'm not sure if I see it right. But also on the clothing, like if you look at at his clothing here, the details on what he's wearing, I think it's more detailed than in the remastered version. So yeah, let me maybe switch back to the other screen. Good. So I think he's having more textures, and the same goes also for Aloy. The colors are like more saturated, as I said, and they changed a little bit the face of Aloy. If you look at the new trailer, the face as a child is a little bit changed, and I think they wanted to be like more consistent with the second game, because people were complaining that going from the first to the second game, the look of Aloy has changed. I think it's mostly because of the changes in textures as well, and some little details and tweaks that they did. I am wondering about one thing though. one thing is that when you have just textures changed and when you have like more greenery in the background, it doesn't really affect how you perceive the game. It's still the same game. It has the same quests. It has the same characters, etc. I am not sure if they have changed or added something in the content. I would be interested in knowing that. I don't think that they did, because it's just still called a remaster, so I don't think that they have like made too many changes. But yeah, let me know if you have some more info. I didn't really dig that much into the details yet, because I want to wait until there are like more details known about the remaster version. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to download it. For now, I am really happy with the original game as it is, and I'm not sure if it's really making that much sense if you are remastering a game that's not that old. I mean, this game is like, what, 10 years, less than 10 years, I think, old. And I'm not sure if it really makes sense. I would rather prefer, to be honest, if they would like focus on the next game in the trilogy. So we have now the remaster of Horizon Zero Dawn. We do have Horizon Forbidden West, which I'm really looking forward to, and I want to play it, and I'm actually looking forward to playing it since March, but I want to finish my Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough first. So the next game I'm going to play will definitely be Horizon Forbidden West. So far I've managed to avoid spoilers, which I don't know how I did it, but yeah, it's the same for Andromeda. I was always trying to avoid like the games that I haven't played yet and which I really want to play, so I'm avoiding the spoilers. But just in terms of like characters or story and some missions or quests, I don't mind some minor spoilers, like I don't know which weapons are the best to use. So I did actually look it up, like for example for Andromeda, when I was starting to play, like what would be the best, where to invest my skills and what weapons to get. So I think I will do the same for Forbidden West. So I will just probably look up like which weapons and bows and everything which is like the best to gather and play with it. So in the game. So yeah, that I don't mind these little spoilers, but yeah, I definitely don't want to spoil myself for the entire game. And then we are waiting for the third one. And we know that an important part of the Horizon series was played by Lance Reddick, who unfortunately passed away. And I think he was supposed to play a big role in the third game, or at least a bigger one as he did in the first and probably the second game. I am wondering how they are going to resolve this. There was a discussion about AI and usage of AI not so long ago, and I think this one was the... Normally I'm not so fond of it, but I think this one was a good example of how you would or could use AI in a good sense. I do believe they have a lot of motion capture for Lance. I do believe that they have a lot of like dialogues recorded, so they have a vast database, audio database that they could use. I think they could technically still incorporate him in the third game, and it would be, I think, also a nice way maybe how to say goodbye to him or to Silence as his character in the Horizon series. So I think the worst probably for me would be if we would like not see anything at all in the third game of Silence, and there would be like no node or maybe just a small node. It would be a shame. So it would be nice if they would maybe do at least like one small little scene where his character would appear and they would just maybe assemble some dialogue. Yeah, who knows? But this is something that I would have preferred if they would be focusing on instead of a remaster of a game that really, in my opinion, didn't really need a remaster. They are currently doing also a lot of promo for the Horizon Lego game, and yeah, I have seen some footage from that one. I mean, it's fun. It's definitely for younger generations, and it looks really fun for them. So I'm sure they have they enjoyed playing this Horizon Lego game. But yeah, like I said, there was a note that they are probably working also on some like live service game, and I really would rather prefer if they would stick to the trilogy and finalize the trilogy. They have established a good universe, this Horizon universe. They have a lot of fans, people who are really looking forward to the third game, and even if they would like finish this let's say trilogy and Aloy's story, because of how vast the universe is and how many options they have, it's not like a predefined universe where you have let's say where it's not based on a book and you have to have certain characters or something. It's open, so they could create just simply another trilogy, for example, with a completely different main character, and continue the franchise if they want to, right? So I think it would be nice if they would just, focus on this third game and let us know some news and updates about it, instead of, doing all sorts of things always with Aloy. I understand why. It's the main character for now, and quite popular. I also do like playing as Aloy, but again, please rather finish the trilogy. We have so much more options when you try to create a new game. So yeah, that much for Horizon from my side. I will post, like I said in the description, some of the older vids and trailers as well with the new one. And also some posts on Twitter which have popped up related to the remaster. So yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy that. So that one was the segment for Horizon. Then we have a Veilguard, Dragon Age The Veilguard. Yeah, as I said at the end of the vid, which I have just posted before this live stream, at this point, it's a pretty controversial game. I actually find it a shame. Let me just have a drink, because barely speaking already. So at this point, I think it's a shame that the game became so controversial now at the start. I do think it is due to a large part due to the marketing. It's really not being the best marketing that I've ever seen for a game. I'm not sure if they are not just like, because the original reception was so bad, I'm not sure if they are not just trying now to correct it by over flooding the net with constant updates. I'm not sure if that's the best way how to do it. It might have just probably been better to show the stuff that people were interested in and were asking about, and then just maybe let the people wait until the game is out. At this point, I think because of what was shared and in what way it was shared, there is a large portion of people who are quite seeing it quite negatively. So I don't think that the people who don't want to play it at this point, that you are going to sway them anyway to buy the game, and you don't have to convince those that already want to buy the game, but there's still like a large portion, I think, of people who are like 50-50 and who are not sure yet if they're going to buy it or not. And for those, I would probably slow down with the info overflow and maybe just read through the comments and look at the social networks and see what people are mostly asking about, and then try to address that, and try to address it in a manner that actually provides an objective response. It's not something that was the case until now. So yeah, that's the first bit. And I did say it on the feedback that I have received. There are a lot of people who have agreed with my takes. Of course, not with everything, which is natural. And I already said that. Like it's normal that everybody like pays attention to something else. Everybody thinks that something else is different. Some is like more important in a game, and different things are important for people in games. In that case, it is sometimes really a very subjective view. Somebody finds something more important than the other ones. But in general, I think the most common like aspects which people are caring about is the story, the decisions, the characters, how well it is written, right? Everything else that comes after that is more or less important to each player, but these things are the most important for an RPG, and I think that's something that they should have been focusing on. Like I said, not everybody is agreeing with my takes. Some people did. Some people pointed out that there were some things which they see differently, and they provided some good inputs on why. And I had some good discussions. I actually really like that. I was wondering when there were some people like, why are you replying to everything that I write? Well, it's my channel, it's my vid, and I was asking people to provide me some feedback because that's the reason why I actually created the YouTube channel, because I want to like exchange thoughts and information with the other people on the other end, so with you. And yeah, so naturally I'm going to reply to everything, whether it's good or bad. And for the most part, I really liked it that people were like level-headed and polite, and we had some normal discussions, and I really like that. Unfortunately, and I will have to say it here, but I guess it's on every social media, there were a couple of people who were quite rude. I normally don't care about those, but I really don't want to have my comment sections on my channel or on my vids to slide, into this area where just people are bashing each other because they have different opinions. So unfortunately, I did have to hide some of the users, which were just really very rude. And it doesn't matter if it was me or some other people in the comment section, but it's just one tool that I have. And for the most part, what I have noticed, and actually I wasn't so happy about it, to be honest, I've got some comments from a couple of people which I still have, thankfully, in my emails because they disappeared. And YouTube has quite a strict policy in terms of certain words. So if you are using certain words in your comments, they will automatically block them. They will automatically delete your comment. And sometimes it happened after a while. So for example, somebody posted a comment. I have received an email notification. I have seen the comment. I went into my channel and I tried to reply. And the moment when I tried to reply and I clicked on reply, the comment completely disappeared. So obviously it takes some time for it to be deleted. Of course, some of the comments are also directly deleted by the users themselves, and some are deleted by YouTube. Some of the comments disappeared, they didn't even pop up on the channel. I've got the email notification. I can read what the people were writing. I would love to reply, but the comment's no longer there. I cannot even find it anymore on YouTube, and it's pretty quick. So that's something where I have absolutely no option what to do with it, because that's not me, that's YouTube, okay? Like I said, aside from people themselves deleting their comments for whatever reason, but yeah. And the third option, which is there, is that I can actually set up the channel, but I think everybody who has ever posted a video on YouTube knows that. I can set up the channel in a way that certain words will be filtered and they need my additional approval. I do not have this set up in an extensive manner. I have just really like basic filters set up, and I have there like 3 or 4 words. I usually started like when I started to set this up, I usually try to block people from like self-promoting on my channel. That has been quite a lot last year when I started. So I started last year by the end of August, and the first 1 or 2 months, it was absolutely like flooded with like self promos and social media promos and people trying to like post links in the comment section. So I really had to like filter out that. And then I have set up as well, like, let's say certain words which are being like blocked. So you can still post the comment, but it will just need my approval. I do find it quite funny. And I had this interaction with one of the people on the channel where the blocked comment or the blocked words were actually words which were pretty normal and common for me. So for whatever reason, like YouTube has stopped these comments from popping up, and it required my approval, even though it wasn't like words that I would be setting up. So yeah, it's kind of fun, but at least I can like read the comment and I can still approve it, and it goes then live to the comment section. So that's a good thing. So there's like these 3 options that I have, and like I said, for whatever YouTube is actively blocking or deleting, I have no option to do anything about it. And unfortunately, like I said, there are a few comments which I still see, like I said in the email notifications, that I actually would love to reply to. Probably maybe I do a bit about it, but those have disappeared. So happens. I will probably do a bit and just reply to those things. But yeah, going back to why I actually started with this topic. Jesus, I talk too much. So yeah, I've got different comments, I've got different feedback on the vids. As I said, it's at this point a controversial game, which is a shame. I would have rather preferred a Dragon Age game not to be that controversial. That's the same for a lot of like games that I like or the franchises that I like, but it is what it is. So yeah, I wanted to encourage you, please, like, don't hesitate. If you see something where you think that I made a mistake, or if you have a feeling that it's not exactly right, let me know. Also, if you agree with what I say, but there is something which you would like to point out, maybe I missed something. Sometimes I really miss things, like miss to highlight them. Then don't hesitate. Again, let me know. I think on the last vid that I have posted now, somebody corrected me, and it was great. Because I was talking about the blighted dragon, and I said, okay, I'm missing these horns on the dragons, and that person has corrected me and said, yeah, but the frost dragons have always been without the horns in Dragon Age Inquisition. And then it hit me, yes, but I've played the game like 10 years ago when it came out, and since then not. So it's a long time, and I had the design in my head for the fire dragons, so that's why I remember them. Oh, well, didn't they have horns? So that's why I was mentioning it in my vid. But that was a good thing that somebody like pointed this out, and I was happy that I've got the info. Like I said, well, I'm old, my memory is not the best anymore. So yeah, but that's like a good conversation. That's what I actually like, if people chime in and say, okay, look, I have spotted this and I've spotted that, or I don't need just, yes. Of course I appreciate it, because if somebody writes to me positive feedback, then it's a good motivation for me to continue, and I'm really happy about it. But also, if people think that there is some small mistakes or something, it's a good way how to improve going forward, and it's a good feedback from the people. And one thing which I mentioned is just stay polite. If people come into the comment section only to bash either me or the other users, and I think bashing other users makes me more angry than me, I can handle that. But I'm not happy in seeing that, right? So I, up front, just a small note, if somebody will be again like that and popping up into the comment section just to come to bash others and you know, criticize them or calling them names, which also happened, but I had to delete those comments. Yeah, I'm going to delete and block these people. And it's, like I said, it's not mainly because of me. I can handle that, but I don't want these comment sections on my YouTube vids to become like this cesspool of small wars between people. Okay, so that's in terms of the comments and the comment section. Aside from that, I have said as well by the end of the last vid, I am not going to buy the game. I mean, I have, for a longer time, I haven't been so sure, am I going to buy it, am I not going to buy it? And I said, okay, probably not day one, but maybe later when it's on a sale. Currently at this point, after seeing everything that we've seen, after hearing everything that we heard, and after like this let's say very toxic feedback from the hardcore fan base, yeah, it's just something that's not going to happen. And I say hardcore fan base, those are for me the people who never see anything negative on the games. I'm not asking anybody to like be a pessimist and to criticize all the time. I actually, when I made the reviews for the games, I've tried to be very positive, and you will not find that many negatives there in the reviews, because I like to highlight what's good on a game, but you should not pretend that there is no negative stuff, right? And this, let's say, toxic hardcore fan base that I'm talking about, that's exactly the people who are not seeing anything wrong with anything, and everything's great, and everybody who's criticizing something is like the worst person ever on this earth. Nah, it's just not worth to deal with these people. Let's wait until the game's out. I'm sure those that are wanting to buy it, they will buy it, they will enjoy it. Then there are people who are not going to buy it, and in the end, people can enjoy whatever games they want to enjoy. It's just the problem with the games, let's say, become quite a lot political, which shouldn't really be in a fantasy game. I think that's what's like bothering me the most. It's this fact that it's a fantasy game, and still we are being like over flooded with let's say today's politics. So yeah, it's a shame. So regarding the Dragon Age, let me just quickly switch to the what I have to. Two pages. One is by IGN. Let me just switch. So we have the page which is by EA. In case you are interested, like in hearing and reading about the latest news, EA has a separate page for Dragon Age. You can see the journals here, that are some podcasts as well. The last thing which I can see, because this is from the news section, let me just refresh the page. The last thing I can see is from September 11, so it's already a bit old, and I think like the newer updates which are coming are actually coming from IGN, so they have also a specific page which is dedicated to Dragon Age The Veilguard. They are also like posting here the links to their vids and to all sorts of information that they have. I did provide the links as well in the vid which I have posted before this live stream. So it's taken from this page and also from IGN's YouTube channel, so you can check it out yourself. So in case you are interested in the news, like in a more frequent manner, you can check it out here. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other YouTubers as well which are going forward, like covering the topic on a very frequent basis. It's not possible for me to do like every day an update. I'm posting twice weekly, which is on Tuesday and on Friday, and it's I want to post some other content as well, not just Dragon Age the Veilguard, because this channel, I would like to this channel to be not to be like dedicated specifically to just one single game. I am not the person to do that, because I am interested in so many different games which I would like to like talk about on my channel, that I don't want to focus like only on one and put all my time and efforts into just one game. There are a lot of channels on YouTube, and very good channels, which are focusing like only on these specific games, and those are really great also for like news and updates. I'm also going to those, to be honest, if I want to see like what's the current newest information. But I would like to like have a broader range of games that I'm talking about, and like mentioned at the start, not necessarily just RPGs. So you can check out this. And then also one last thing which I wanted to mention for the Dragon Age the Veilguard topic, it is one vid which I have found, which is by a professional artist who has like reviewed the Kunari character design. And I will not play the whole vid. I will provide you with a link. It's about 10 minutes long, and he's talking about like what exactly, it's typical YouTube. Apologies for seeing that ad. Yeah, I thought I stopped all the ads for now, but unfortunately. Yeah, an unskippable, unstoppable ads. I understand the reason, right? So, okay. Yeah, the proportions are off. And so he's mentioning here in his vid, like, why the proportions seem to be off. And then at the end of the vid, he's trying to create a, like, Kunari with, let's say, the same setup, the same clothing, and the same kind of style of horns and everything, but with correct proportions. And as you can see, that's quite a big difference. So I'm going to link that vid in the description as well, and you can check it out then. I think he described very well why people have the feeling that the characters we see for now in the Veilguard trailers seem to be a little bit off, and he's describing it very well. So I definitely advise you to check out this vid. It's really interesting, this one. So yeah, that much for the topic of Dragon Age the Veilguard. Now let me go back on my screen here. Let me know what you think about it. I will take 1 minute, a little short break. I hope you don't mind. And then I will be back and we'll be talking about the indie games, and then maybe another one topic which I have as well. It's not gaming related, but it's fun. So I hope you are going to enjoy. So give me a minute and I will be back soon. Okay, I'm back. Thanks a lot for your patience. Sometimes it's necessary to take a little break. So let's go to the indie games section. And as I mentioned before, I do find often some interesting stuff on Twitter. That's how I got info about these indie games here. Let me switch to my screen and let's start with the first one, which I actually pretty much enjoy, even though it's not necessarily something that I would normally be playing, but it's kind of a nostalgia for me. So let me just switch that. Okay, so I hope you can see the screen now. There is a small indie studio. It's 3 people, if I'm remembering correctly. I will go back to their homepage. And they are producing a game which is kind of a combo between 2D and 3D and pixel art. And let me just open it or make it a full screen. So as you can see, it's a dancing person here. That's the main character from the game. It's pixelated, but it's still like a very nice background, and you notice a lot of details. So I can appreciate like how much work went into creating these backgrounds here, and what else you can see. I think this one is quite nice. This one is showing the movement. And now if you look at the details in the background, there's actually quite a lot that's there. So there are some animals, there are some flowers and, you know, plants. And even if the character is moving quite fast, you notice all of these little details. And I have to say, I appreciate this level of effort, and especially when you consider that this is done just by very, very few people. And I only can appreciate like the level of like effort that they had to put into this. So it looks kind of cool. The game description and what it's about is on their homepage. So you can see it's like 2.5D pixel art adventure. It's a combo between 2 and 3D, and it's nice. It really looks interesting. And what I was wondering about and why I actually started to follow them is that it blends unique photography-based combat. Oh, good Lord. I like that. I mean, that's an idea that I'm really looking forward to, like, playing this one. And it definitely will be something completely different and interesting to what I'm used to. So I'm really looking forward to this one. There is a little bit like key features. There's a description on what this game contains or will contain. I will post the links in the description and please check them out. It's really cool from what I have seen on Twitter. You can follow them on Twitter, but also you can sign up for their newsletter here. So they provide you then with more information. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to Blue Shutter here because it looks really cool. And yeah, like I said, this pixelated art, it's just a ton of nostalgia here for me when I see that. The second one, the game is not yet out, so just FYI. And the second one, which is also not yet out, and it's again something a little bit different, is by Željko. It's a solo dev, so he's working on the game completely alone. And what he's currently doing is a city builder. It's called the Pompeii the Legacy, and you will be able to recreate like Pompeii. So your main task or mission in his game will be like recreate the game and build it from the ground up again after it was destroyed. And if you look at the visuals which he's posting, again I will post everything in the description below. It really looks great. So these are you can wishlist the game, I will come back to that, but these are really like beautiful details there. Yeah, that's that one is with sound. I hope it's not too loud actually. So it's really looking great, and I just can't believe that this is just done by one single person. And again, I have to appreciate the amount of effort that went into it. Yeah, as you can see, it's 20 years later, after the destruction of Pompeii. And it looks cool. It really looks cool. Yeah. I will stop it. And also the music. I did like the music. I didn't listen to it now, but I already know it because I was watching it a little bit more in the meantime. So, as you can see, for a solo indie game dev, I really appreciate what Željko managed to do here. He's already having like 10,000 wish lists for his game on Steam, which is absolutely fantastic. And in case you like city builders and you like what you have seen, then please go to Steam and have a look at it. There is also like the trailer that we have seen, and there are more screenshots in there. There's also some more information about it, and you have the option to wishlist the game here. So it will be coming out in 2025, so next year. And you can see also some specs for the game here. So I will post the link below, but definitely go and check it out. And please support Željko. Also support Blue Shutter. These are, like I said, indie game devs who are not really having that much exposition towards larger masses, and I would really like to give them a shout out and just support them if I can, because it really looks very cool what they are doing. And the third game, which is already out, it actually already came out, which I wanted to check out, is Arco. It's already available on Steam. So I will switch here. So it's already available on Steam, and if you look at the specs here, also you get to see everything that there is about the game. It's having a demo, so I wanted to play the demo and show you a little bit from the demo here. I will not play the game in its entirety on my channel, and simply because of one thing, because I would rather appreciate if people would buy the game and support the indie game devs this way. And I just wouldn't want to post like their whole game online for some people to see it without like you know, paying them for the game. So yeah, I don't want to take this away from them. So I will be playing at least a portion of the demo and post that on my channel. Hopefully next week. I wanted to do it already this week, but yeah, Veilguard was taking a lot of time. So I would love to do a demo play, and then I would love to post a video about it. And you can watch the demo, or you can actually go to Steam and download the demo yourself. As you can see, it's free for downloading and try it. And also, like, the game doesn't cost that much. So compared to other games, the feedback and the ratings for the game are very, very positive. As you can see, it's 85. Also, the reviews, like, they're not just from, like, magazines, but also like really from players. There's a ton of positive feedback and positive reviews, and people are really enjoying the game. There have been a few small warnings that the combat is sometimes quite tricky and can be hard, so be prepared for that, but at least I think that's what makes it like more fun. And as you can see, you can also even buy like a bundle with the original soundtrack. So please go check out the game, check out the demo, play it for yourself. If you like it, please buy the game. And again, just support please these indie game devs. I think they would be really happy about having this support from your side. And yeah, as I said, when I have the time, I will post the demo playthrough on my channel. So hopefully next week. So that much for the indie games. If you are aware of some good indie game that's worth like mentioning here on this channel, let me know. I would love to do like these kind of like small shout outs and showcasing of the games, and at least talk a little bit about them so that more people are aware of them. And yeah, I will be happy to support these devs, because as you can see from the current huge, let's say AAA studios, aside from maybe one or two, there's not really that much coming from their side, which would be really so great at this time and this year. And yeah, I think it's like since last year we have seen many flops, many games which are not bad games, but I definitely don't think that they deserve to be called AAA games. But yeah. And exactly that is also one of the reasons why I would rather prefer to have a look at some indie games. And oftentimes you can find gems like these where I think they deserve more acknowledgement and appreciation. So yeah. That much for the indie games. Let me switch back to me on the screen. So I hope you did enjoy this kind of gaming portion of the stream. And there is one last portion which I have. It's not necessarily gaming related, but again, I also found it on Twitter. It's a guy that's basically recreating the scenes from movies and from TV shows into Lego. And I had some good laughs, especially when you find some scenes where you can see the comparison, like on top of it is the recreated scene and below is the original one from the movie or the TV show. The guy is called Trevor Carley. Maybe some of you already know him. I just found him this year through one other channel that I'm talking to sometimes, and yeah, I really found a couple of good gems. So let me show you that page from him. And if you are on Twitter, I would absolutely definitely suggest that you give him a follow, because the guy is awesome. So here's the channel that he has. And there are, as you can see, there's Deadpool 3 trailer in Lego recreated. It's awesome. I mean, it's this kind of, let's say, Lego humor there as well, but it's also like very nicely recreated. And here you can see exactly the comparison. So this is the recreated Lego version, and here below you can see the original scene. I appreciate the like, again, the effort, the amount of effort that went into creating the Lego version. Even when you look at the facial expressions of the Lego characters, it's really fantastic. And the one I enjoyed the most, lastly, was let me just scroll a little bit, was from Pulp Fiction. If I can find it. Yeah, here. I will not play the sound now because we know that it's not, let's say, very suitable for YouTube. But you can see, like I said, the amount of effort that went into like recreating the movie and TV characters as Lego characters. And there's like a 2-minute scene that was recreated. And again, I cannot imagine the amount of effort and time that it took to do this, like shot by shot, to recreate the entire scene. Really head down, a lot of respect. This is something where I think like the guy needs again more attention, more acknowledgement. Yeah, if you find him, if you are on Twitter, just give him a follow, because he really deserves that. Yeah, so that's something that I wanted to show you. It's really funny and I really like it. That would be the last topic that I have for this stream, which I have prepared. And let me just switch back again. So if you have any questions, you can post them also in the comment section when this recording will be posted on my YouTube channel. Please don't hesitate to ask whatever you want, whether it's about a game or about these indie games or about some of the other stuff that I've mentioned and I was talking about. I will definitely go back to you, and then also maybe next time when there is again a stream, then we can discuss more in depth adapt some of the topics, especially when there are like more questions and more people are interested in that. So yeah, that would be it from my side for the topics that I have prepared. I will now end the stream. Thanks to everybody who has joined, even if you didn't comment or even if you didn't pose any questions. I still appreciate if you watch this stream, and again, to all the people who are new subscribers, big thank you for being here, and I hope you do enjoy some of the content on my channel. And I will then make another live stream again next month in October. On a Friday. It will be definitely on a Friday around this time. I am just not sure which Friday currently. I will post then upfront some notification, and I will try to do it a little bit earlier than just one day before, because I am aware that not everybody has the time then to join. Again, also, if you would prefer some other day for the streams or some other time, let me know, because I would like to accommodate you if it's a feasible time. I mean, if it's not like 3 a.m. in the morning for me, that's probably not the best. But if it's a different date, or if it's a different time and I can accommodate it, I would be really happy to do so. So let me know what time would it be feasible for you. And also, if you found something off, like, I don't know, audio or video on this stream, also please let me know so that I can tweak it a little bit more going forward and then before the next stream. So that's it from my side. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned and game on.